Hello everyone, Pally Time here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I'm on a little bit of a winning streak right now, so we're gonna do something a little cheeky. We're gonna be playing some Abathur the Brave, the fan favorite from back in the day. It's not a logical decision at all, actually. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves in the haunted garden terror shrine of the Sky Temple Spider Butts. We are going to be picking up regenerative microbes. Our carapace will be able to heal whichever target we put the shield on. Let's say hi to the friends. We said hi to the friends. Alright, so Abathur, he is focused around casting abilities on the face of other heroes. What do I mean? We put a top hat on someone, and this is our Q ability. Now all of a sudden we get new abilities. We have a stab, we have an AoE, and we have a shield. Now we talented for this shield to heal our targets. So essentially, we use people as a tower in which we act through, which is fun. Now, a lot of people play Abathur very carefully because he only has 500 HP, and that doesn't go up very much throughout the course of a game. I, on the other hand, like to take Abathur to the next level and make him the bravest little slug that ever squirmed. Looks like Lily's going to need a little bit of help here in the middle lane. You really do have to be looking at your map constantly on Abathur in order to play him effectively. Lily is going to be a great healer, but we don't really have anyone that will benefit from auto attack damage too much. I mean, you could argue that Nova could, but I would also argue that Nova's a mage. So let's go ahead and just try to push these lanes. We do have abilities that we can't use outside of the symbiote, which is quite simply we just put mines on the ground, and then those mines do fun stuff, like push lanes. Or help you push lanes. They grant vision. Basically, if an enemy walks on those mines, it's going to explode. So if you put them in lanes and the enemy minions walk over them, then all of a sudden, hey, you're pushing, and you don't have to do anything for it. Abathur is really, really good at generating XP as well under the right circumstances. If you... Oh, I got you. I don't got you. I don't got you. I can't save that. If you are able to kill something with your spell, obviously, you get XP for it. If your Locust here, which is your trait, walks down the lane and kills something, you get XP for it. Let's go ahead and give the top hat to Johanna. Johanna is a great target for the symbiote just because Johanna is so capable of staying in a fight for a long time. So you really are able to do a lot of damage from that location. Lily is coming up to finally heal our Johanna. She took a little while to do that, but that's okay. And we are just going to make sure that bottom continues to push while they are preoccupied up there. Looks like they need my top hat a little bit more than that lane does. Where did Johanna go? Looks like she recalled. I'm going to give some healing to our little Nova friend here. 13 a tick. She's going to be totally fine with that sippy cup extra heal. And our Zagara is continuing to push bottom pretty aggressively. We are now going to be able to pick up the increased carapace duration, and it persists after the symbiote, which means I could put a shield on someone, then peace out, and that shield is going to continue to heal them for basically ever, or until the shield goes away. Pretty strong, pretty strong. Again, if you're going for sustain, if you're doing crazy Abathur things, it fits in well with that. There are a lot of elitist people when it comes to Abathur. I don't know why, but I play him different than you. What's up? What are you going to do about it? Let's try to give the top hat to Johanna here again. Once again, we are going to be able to heal her for a lot. Or for a decent amount. Looks like the enemy team, though, all collapsing up here. Our Lily is up here throwing around cups, trying to keep everyone alive. And I'm just using Johanna as a means to deal damage. We could slug on up here to the middle lane. This is our mount ability. We aren't able to mount. Instead, we just kind of burrow through the ground and then appear wherever we have vision. We can do this wherever we have vision. So that means I can move over here and our Locust can start to push this and continue to get XP in the middle lane. Using Nova as our symbiote target now, we should be able to deal some meaningful damage to this Falstad player who is very out of position. Unfortunately, he is going to barrel roll away. All right, Lily coming down here by herself, able to pick up some seeds from the enemy team. Let's go ahead and give her the top hat and start poking at the enemy Sonya. She's trying to spin and win, but the power of the Abathur and Lily is just too much for her to handle, and then Zagara is going to secure that kill. Let's say good job, because it was a good job. Now, this is where it begins to get fun. We are going to go with Carapace shields all nearby minions and mercenaries. What does that mean? Boom, what's up? This entire minion wave is shielded, and now we'll be pushing into the enemy team's base and healing while that shield persists. This is going to come into play a little bit later on. We are going to be a split-pushing machine a little bit later on. Now, they do have some ways of countering that with their Falstad. He can kind of go all over the place. And they do have Sylvanas that can counter this as well. But they can only counter it if they're paying attention to it, which means they will not be in team fights. And essentially, I can push every single minion wave on the map into the enemy team's buildings much more effectively than we would be able to do otherwise. Looks like Nova down here yet again. We're going to give her a shield as she was about to take damage, but the crisis has been averted. Let's just go ahead and mine up middle a little bit more. We can give these guys a shield, get them moving in the right direction as well, as Falstad is dealing some damage to our towers. Now, it's totally reasonable to say, well, wouldn't, like, Mule be a better option on this map? Because yes, Mule is a better option on this map. But that's okay, because we're going to shield all these minions. We're going to shield all the minions, and then deal damage to Falstad from our little minion tower here. He is going to be forced to run away, and then we can just mine this up so they take a little bit more damage. Let's go ahead and keep these guys alive. Never mind, he gave the top hat to Lily because target priority is a thing. Johanna going in deep down in the bottom lane. Looks like she's going to be okay. Zagara looks like she might need a little help, so let's just get her healing. Make sure she could stay alive a little bit longer. If bottom lane would have turned to go towards her, she would have been in some trouble. So that's all we were trying to alleviate with our map awareness and presence of all knowing things. We are going to need a little bit of help here in the middle as Sonya is spinning and winning. Sonya also really good at countering this strategy, so it turns out, but hey, that's all right. I have a plan, and it's a good plan, and it may or may not work out, and I'm going to release this video anyway, because when you play Abathur, it's all about having fun in my book. Let's go ahead and top hat our Johanna. We are going to be picking up Evolved Monstrosity. Evolved Monstrosity is great. Why is it great? Just because it is. Why are you questioning me all the time? Evolved Monstrosity, excuse me, is going to replace a minion on the battlefield. Whoa, whoa, Delp! Delp, this is a problem. This is a problem. I need help. I need help. She's chasing me into the tower. Okay, she stopped. All right, we're good. I was so brave, though. I was so brave, I just walked right in there. Johanna is now going to see that the enemy team is taking over this mercenary camp and walk right in there. And with my help, she's going to be able to instantaneously take down that Sylvanas with the help of Nova as well, I will add. And just like that, we get 2 kills. Now what can we do? We can put our Monstrosity in the mid lane. We can give it a shield, which is going to shield all of the minions around it. And now we can push the middle lane with a very, very hefty mercenary push and a very hefty minion wave. Every single time something dies around the Monstrosity, it will get stronger, capping out at 30. So, essentially, the longer we keep this bad boy alive, the more damage he's going to be doing with his auto attack. So it is important that we kind of babysit him a little bit. While the symbiote is on his head, we do control him. So, we can tell him where to go, we can tell him what to do, and remember, because of the talents we picked up for our shields, we can essentially heal him whenever we see fit. Also, later on in the game, it may be a viable option for us to send him back to the base, and to be totally honest, we can do that very easily as well. So he's up to 16 stacks right now. Let's go down here and try to help out the friends, keep those heals moving, get those seeds for Johanna. We have a Garden Terror, so we may be able to use that to some pretty good effectiveness. We do spot Sylvanas over here. I'm going to let this guy go, and I'm going to worry about what's going on down here. So I don't think I'll be able to reach these guys from here, but what I could do is I could go ahead and burrow over here, and then the idea was to use a locust to just kind of walk up on these guys, but Zagara came in and the minion wave was there as well. Looks like Zagara is going to be going for that Garden Terror. We're just going to pick up our Monstrosity again. He was able to push all the way into this keep, and we're going to take it down while the enemy team is distracted elsewhere. Nazebo for the enemy team died to something. This guy is sitting at 23 stacks, so he's almost fully stacked up. And we are going to get the Locust Strain to give our guys some auto attack range. Why are we doing that? Because it's cool. Now, what we can do is burrow on down here. We do need to be a little careful, so let's go to the bush. But we could burrow on down here. We'll start to spawn locusts in this lane, which is our passive trait. And then those guys will just help this push out even more. Even more. And remember, every time we shield, we're also shielding all of these guys and increasing their healing. Like so. Let's wait for them all to get grouped up. They're all shielded, they're all healing, and this push is only going to continue to get stronger. And considering Sylvanas is dead on the enemy team right now, and she's the one that would most easily deal with this, this is going to be a pretty good push. Now, Nazeebo obviously can mess this up too, but basically, by him not being here, he's not pushing with his Garden Terror. His team doesn't have the support it would normally have because Nazeebo decided to stay down here and deal with the Abathur. We're just going to back it on up. We'll keep this guy alive. He does have 30 stacks, so he is very valuable to the team right now. And we'll just get him walking over to middle lane with a shield on his head so he could start to heal back up to full health. It looks like the friendly team has been doing some dueling with the Garden Terrors. I can go up there and just finish that off really quick. We can finish that tower off just fine. Sylvanas now back on the field is going to be entering middle lane. Are they really going to try? You're going to focus my evolved monstrosity? That's not nice. We keep him in this fight. We can keep him doing damage. And it'll be good. He is getting healed up pretty quick. I think that's from Lily right now, actually. So we're just going to take this guy right up top. And we are going to finish off this tower. Because why not? The friendly team is pushing middle right now. They're going to finish off that fort. We're going to finish off this fort. Really easy. We can kill it with just our stab damage. We don't even need his auto attack damage. And then we'll just leave this guy up here and he'll push top. Push top passively for us. We can then... Ooh, we may need to peace out of here. Let's try to deter this Sonya from sticking around. We are hitting her with our Qs. We are stabbing at her just a little bit. The Evolved Monstrosity still doing well up top. We're going to try to be very vigilant about keeping an eye on that. Let's go ahead and spawn our ranged locusts and then probably reposition. I think that's probably going to be the best thing for us to do. We're going to reposition this way, though, because why not? We don't know if Sonya's coming, so we should probably mine this up a little bit just to get some warning. I think she's just recalling, though. I think she's just recalling. Now, these locusts are going to be pushing this lane. I just let my monstrosity die because I was worried about Sonya, but just look how strong this push is as well. We are able to split push 2 lanes incredibly effectively without the enemy team even really noticing. We are going to put the shield on our Lily. We're trying to keep an eye on the map just to make sure no one comes to kill us. We are going to be participating in the objective with them again. Oh, this little locust almost showed me to the... Deep tunnel! Yes, Falstead, yes! Feed into your anger, Falstead! I am so brave. I am not afraid. Oh, I'm a little afraid of that. I'm a little afraid of that. Did he see me? Okay, we can go this way a little bit. Johanna coming in is going to blind the Garden Terror, which is going to keep me alive for at least a moment longer. Lily, heal me! Lily, I'm so brave! I love you! What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did that work? Oh, we actually got a few kills from that because the enemy team went so hard. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's help out. We do need to worry about top lane because it does have a push coming, but we can worry about that in just a moment. Let's zoom up here. We'll get the monstrosity going. We'll spawn in the locusts, and we'll mine them up a little bit, and then go back to helping. We'll heal up our Zagara, make sure she stays at full health, and then our next shield will be on this minion wave here, just to get it moving in the right direction again. Just to get it moving in the right direction again. Oh, that's funny. That was funny. Now, we should actually be able to take a mercenary camp whenever we feel like it, really. You can bring this guy right over here. Are you strong enough to do this by yourself, or do I need to do fancy stuff? No, it looks like he's strong enough to do this by himself. So that's pretty easy. If I leave the symbiote, can he just take it over? Johanna's on her way to cap this for me. I could have done it, though. I was pretty close by. But we'll let Johanna cap it. Here we are jungling on Abathur, you know, no big deal, whatever. We'll let Johanna cap it. And then we will move to the middle lane to try to help out here. Oh, pretty good maul, and I'm actually going to be in position to capitalize on this with the Monstrosity. Oh, the snipe damage from Nova. Going to take that guy down really fast. Now moving in here on Falstad. Falstad better run, because I am not afraid of him. The Monstrosity has no fear. We actually genetically engineered him not to. Alright, we are going to put this guy right here in this bush. Sweet. We're going to mine the bush. I don't think we can. Okay. I'm trying to do some covert ops here. I was trying to use him for vision. No! No, Falstad, you don't kill him. No, Falstad, don't kill him. You go away, Falstad. We couldn't deal enough damage. We couldn't deal enough meaningful damage, and that's okay, I guess. Let's go ahead and mine this anyway, though. Go ahead and shield our Nova. She didn't even need that precision strike. Holy crap, she's dealing a ton of damage right now. Alright, we've mined that bush, which means we can appear up there if we decide to do so. The enemy team's down there right now, so it's probably not a good idea. Let's give a top hat to Johanna and help her pressure the enemy Abathur away. I think I'm going to go with Locust Nest at level 20. I thought about getting the Evolved Monstrosity upgrade, but I really don't feel like that's going to be worth it for me. So let's dive down here. We'll put down the Locust Nest, we'll drop all of our Locusts, and then we'll just walk away. We'll just walk away. Give everything here a shield, once again, making this minion wave so much stronger than it would be by default. Because our shield heals, our shield persists, and our shield spreads. So they should be able to just totally wreck everything in their path here. Already draining that tower out of ammunition. We need to deal with this really quick. We'll go ahead and mine that up and start to slug our way down there. We do have a Garden Terror pushing bottom lane right now. Once again, just giving shields back to top to increase this push even more. We are doing more siege damage than is even calculable, because remember, everything we're buffing is dealing siege damage. But you only get credit for what you actually, like, hit. So, we are dealing way more siege damage than our numbers are showing, I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Okay. So that's going in, that's going great. Abathur thinks I'm over here somewhere. He's going to be very sadly disappointed. Oh no, Abathur. Was it a Locust Nest? I think it was, Abathur. I think it was. Alright, we're going to do some more jungling. We don't need the Evolved Monstrosity for it this time. We might actually win the game before I get a chance to. But the idea is you could start this, then spawn in all of your Locusts, and then just shield your Locust, and they could quite easily kill mercenary camps for you. This is a really fun and creative way to play Abathur, and no one ever does it. No one ever does it. It's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun. I hope you could tell. I had a lot of fun that game. Now, should you really play like this? I mean, that's open for interpretation. You can build Abathur to meet any situation that your team is up against. And this just happened to be what I wanted to do today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Here are the talents. I'm not going to explain them anymore. I've been talking about them all game. You get your 3 shield upgrades, your Evolved Monstrosity, and then Locust for the rest of the game. It's for split pushing everything all day, but also being a healer for your team. You can't see my healing anymore because it's not my role, but I guarantee you we did some healing. And we did way more siege damage from this when you consider that we're buffing siege minions. We're buffing minions in our lane, and we're allowing them to steamroll over everything in their path. Very fun way to play. I enjoy it every single time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.